Sometimes we make hasty decisions. Sometimes we rely on someone's decision to make our own. That's totally fine. We're all humans. And of course we get upset when we realize that we made a mistake, even if it's not a huge one. Luckily, we have a way to fix them pretty easily. Welcome my friends. I'm Gibson and today I want to talk about changing covenants, and specifically about how punishing that can be. I will go through the reasons why you would want to do it, things that you will lose if you swap, and how quickly you can build up Renown with your new covenant. At the end, I will share some tips on building your Renown faster and will slightly touch rejoining your old covenant topic. Let's take a look at the reasons first. Reason number 1. Low overall performance. Your covenant ability may not perform as good as you thought, or more specifically, you may not perform as good as you thought using that ability. Even if it's OP on the paper, in reality, it can be really hard to incorporate it in your rotation or align with cooldowns. As a result, overall performance drop and frustration. Reason number 2. Your content focus. Raiding favors single target damage builds and Mythic Plus is leaning towards more AoE. Unfortunately, Covenant abilities have also been divided into more single target or more AoE focused, and they're not always from the same Covenant. Like in Paladin's case, Prot and Red will perform better in dungeons if they're Kyrian, and Venthyr will be their single target / raiding choice. Weird, but what can we do? Reason number 3. Covenant fantasy doesn't fit your class. Here I want to mention Venthyr Paladins again and Enhancement Shamans that are pretty common these days. I don't think Venthyr is a good choice for those classes, fantasy-wise. And Necrolord Restoration Shaman? Really? Seems a bit too much to me. But the fact that those Covenant's abilities perform better than others make more and more players leave class fantasy behind. My personal reason was performance. I feel much better as a Night Fae hunter despite the fact that now both my characters are Night Fae and I'm kinda losing on the story there. But I know that eventually I will have other characters that will help me to fill the gaps. Okay, so you've decided to betray your covenant. And I didn't make it up, this is literally what you're about to do. But you already have some history with your current and are afraid to lose it. I went through it myself and can assure you that it's not that scary. In my case, I had a Renown 9 with Kyrian on my hunter when I've decided to swap. And that small progress was holding me back a bit because I remember that Renown levels were capped on a weekly basis, and I could get only up to 3 Renown per week. Luckily, with each week we get more levels unlocked, so by the time I decided to swap, I was able to push it to 12 on the same week. Additionally, there's a catch-up mechanic that helps us a lot, and I will go through it later in this video. Now let's look at the things that you will lose. Covenant upgrades progression and Renown. You will start from scratch, must build your Renown and research everything again. Soulbinds and conduit slots. This is the biggest loss that directly affects your character's power. You unlock them through the Covenant campaign and Renown, so as soon as you switch Covenants, focus on getting to a Renown level that will unlock them. Covenant Transmog set. I honestly thought that they would stay. Haha, silly me. When you betray your Covenant, you lose Covenant Transmog pieces. So if you thought that you can get all Covenant sets transmogs on just one character, well, I'm sorry, but this strategy won't work. Even if you still have the gear in your backpack and wear it, the transmog will be gone. And finally, Covenant mounts. Same thing as with transmog. It's tied to your Covenant and you will see it learned, but you won't be able to use it. This is pretty much it. If you ask me what's the biggest loss here, I'd say conduit slots and sanctum upgrades. It will take you some time to unlock and research everything again, and the longer you stay with your current covenant, the more time you'll have to invest. Having said that, there is a catch-up mechanic that will help you to build up your Renown much faster. Additionally to the campaign quests, you will start getting Renown from various sources like Covenant Callings, Elite World quests, Mythic Dungeons, Raids, and PvP. Depending on the current max Renown level available, you probably can get it up within a couple of days. This is from my personal experience based on the max level of 12 available on the week when I changed mine. And the biggest problem was actually with farming anima from world quests. The campaign also takes time, but let's face it, it's not that long. Campaign doesn't have reset schedule like world quests. I personally had one Renown drop from a world boss and one from a dungeon as well, so I can confirm that the catch-up works. If after all you've just heard you became more confident and ready to pick your new covenant, here are some tips that may save you time. Do it ASAP. The longer you sway, the more time you will spend. Optimize your anima farming route. One of the Renown sources is a quest for 1000 anima. You will get several of them, maybe even on the same day. Keep your elite world quests available to fill the bar faster. Don't forget that those elite quests can also raise your Renown level. If you fully clear normal Castle Nathria raid, you will get a quest item that will reward you with 1000 anima. Keep it in your sleeve until you finish the campaign or get the anima quest. You don't have to turn in Renown quests right away. Apart from the campaign progression, which can be locked based on your current Renown level, there is no strict requirement to turn in anima quests as soon as you finish them. Focus on the campaign and get as much Renown from it as possible. Feel free to turn in those anima quests when they can raise your Renown to the weekly cap. Use WoW Companion app to farm anima by doing missions. This is super helpful. There are always 1-2 quests available that reward anima and take about 4 hours. You don't have to fly to your sanctum to start them. Even if you're currently playing, log out, launch the app on your phone, start the quests, log back in on your computer and continue exploring the maw. The last thing that I want to touch just slightly is rejoining the covenant you left before. From what I know, this is a 2 weeks process mainly because the covenant will make you to complete 2 weekly quests. They don't seem to be hard, but you can't take the second one the same week. You'll have to wait for the weekly reset. What's good about it, and this is not from my experience but from the research, is that as soon as you prove your worth, you will rejoin your covenant with the same Renown level and upgrades that you left it with. So, looks like it's kinda okay. At least we don't have to start from scratch. I hope this information was helpful, and after watching this video you're more confident and ready to switch your covenant. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and don't forget to let me know how your covenant swapping went in the comment section. I wish you good luck and hope that everything goes smoothly. See you next time.